Get ready for pay-per-view quality matches as Samoa Joe battles Booker T and Scott Steiner under Nation of Violence First Blood rules, plus Kurt Angle versus Sting in a King of the Mountain qualifier. The fingerprints of the executive shareholder and TNA World Heavyweight Champion are all over tonight's Impact broadcast. Not only has Mick Foley agreed to give Shane Douglas a match, that in spite of the franchise not even being on the TNA roster. Not only has Foley booked Samoa Joe against Scott Steiner and Booker T under Nation of Violence First Blood rules, and not only did Foley match Sting versus Kurt Angle in the fourth and final King of the Mountain qualifier, but he also tells us he's going to address Jeff Jarrett striking TNA referee Earl Hebner in the heat of the battle last week. Remember what Foley said, every action, there's a reaction. We're about to hear what Foley's reaction is going to be.
I realized when I took this job as executive shareholder of TNA, there'd be tough times. You know, but I realized when I shocked the world in Philadelphia at lockdown, people would be gunning for this TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And I realized, Rocco and Sally, that eventually, should I have the guts, the perseverance to overcome the odds at King of the Mountain, at Slammiversary in Detroit, that eventually I'd be put in a situation where I would have to defend this championship belt 1 to 4 times a year. And I understood that eventually there would come a day when this championship gold would be taken from me. But Jeff Jarrett's taken away something from me that I thought was mine forever. Jeff Jarrett has taken away my smile. Jeff, some hard decisions had to be made, and hey, I grew up learning when you've got something to say, you say it face to face. So what I'd like to do is someone give Jeff Jarrett a microphone and bring on out the King of the Mountain for a hard decision.
You know, Mick Foley talking about Jeff Jarrett taking away his smile. Well, let me tell you what Jeff Jarrett also did. He took away Earl Hebner's smile permanently. I had a conversation with Earl Hebner earlier today, and you know what he said? He said something that sounded like this. The reason is he can't speak words. His jaw's wired shut, his tongue's swollen. He's going to be eating through a straw the rest of his life. Here's a guy who makes a living with his voice.
What do you mean makes a living with his voice?
Mike, have you ever heard of 1, 2, 3? Well, let me tell you something. If Earl Hebner can't say those words, then I don't even know if he wants to even live in this world.
Jeff, take a look at this. It's your T-shirt, Jeff. I wear this as a sign of respect for you as a man and what you've done for TNA and the entire wrestling business. It's admirable, and it makes my decision that much tougher. But when your words, when they started making little sense, I tried to overlook it. When your actions became questionable, hey, I tried to give you a second chance, but then, Jeff, unfortunately, you assaulted not only a respected referee in TNA, but a senior citizen in Earl Hebner.
He'll probably end up in a nursing home.
I can't let that stand. So while I may allow you to take away my smile, I will no longer allow you to run roughshod over this organization. So as of now, Jeff, this is Mick. As of now, you are fined and suspended without pay from TNA.
Fined and suspended without pay? Don't you think that's an overreaction by Mick Foley?
I think Jeff's getting off easy.
Mick, I'm not going to stand here and let you make a mockery of myself and this entire company. Mick, your comedy act is over right now.
Wait, Jeff. There's a comedy act. That's a comedy act. This is no comedy act. You put your hands, you rubbed up, you endangered the life of Earl Hebner. I don't give a damn who you are and what you accomplished. That doesn't stand under my watch. As my opponent from a few weeks ago said, hey, Jeff, you want to dance, you got to pay the band. Time for you to pay the band, Jeff. Time for you to pay the band.
Mick, you've gone way too far this time. Way too far.
No, Jeff. It's you that's gone too far. Give me that belt. Give me that belt. It's you that's gone way too far. It's you that's crossed the line. It's you that crossed the line. Hey, as a former employee of mine used to say, Jeff, we can do this two ways. We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. But either way, I'm removing you from TNA. What's gonna be, Jeffrey? What's it gonna be?
Well, Mick, it looks like we're going to have to do this the hard way.
Oh, Jarrett's not going to leave without a fight. But he gets cut off by Foley's newly hired security force, Big Rocco and Sally Boy.
Looks like Jeffrey chose door number 2.
Well, you asked for the hard way. You asked for the bulls. Sometimes you get the
I
horns.
promised last week that my reaction would be hardcore. You know what to do, boys. You know what to do.
Foley slides the steel chair into the ring for his security force.
Do it, Sally Boy.
Cheering him on as the
Tough love,
2-on-1
Jeffrey.
beatdown of Jarrett continues.
Tough love.
Well, he knew that Jeff Jarrett would probably react this way and go crazy like he did last week. So he had Rocco and Sally Boy ready, and then hopefully they're going to be able to use that chair and finish Jeff off, and we can start this suspension right now.
Jarrett hits the double clothesline, and that turns it around on Foley's security.
Well, Jeff Jarrett right now has got the upper hand. Mick Foley needs to get back down here and put a stop to this man. He's out of control. He's crazy.
Yeah, just remember, that's the steel chair that man, Mick Foley, slid into the ring for the security force to use on Jarrett, and the TNA founder turned it around.
You've left me no choice, Jeff. Once I regain my composure, I will single-handedly throw you out of the Impact Zone.
Jeff Jarrett just begging for Mick Foley to single-handedly throw him out of the Impact Zone. Pretty confident we haven't heard the last from these two tonight. Let's send it to Lauren with the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Team 3.